G'day guys, Andy G here. Sorry, we haven't done this for a while. Dazza and myself have been quite busy. We kind of do this in between life, family, work, companies, multiple businesses, and just through the time zones in Australia, it's always quite a challenge. And just quickly, a shout out to all the Aussie-based EPL channels out there. I don't think outside Europe, people realize how difficult it is to be a fan channel of an EPL club or any club in Europe or South America for that matter, when you've got our sort of time zone and kind of got to get that in between life. Now, since we haven't done this in the last 6 games, I thought I'll give you a quick rundown of my last 6 games, excluding the Man United, better, all the way back to really terrible. So the last time we did this, we lost to Brighton. Well, we hadn't done it yet, but we had lost to Brighton 3-0. We had lost to Wolves 3-0 after that. We had a decent result against Everton, which wasn't that great. We went on to have draws against Palace and then beat Wolves. Now, and obviously in the Champions League, get smacked by Real Madrid. So it's really been an up and down cycle. The bad games were really, really bad. And we don't want to take away from the really bad games that have definitely existed throughout much of this season. The elephant in the room, and what can I say that other Liverpool fans haven't said, that Jamie Redknapp hasn't said, coming out and blasting Van Dijk, which I thought was much needed. I've come out, some nobody out in down under, come out and really, obviously, we've said a lot about the midfield, but the defense needed a kick up the backside, and they definitely got that right against United. But before we get to the United, I thought Liverpool has been a shambles. Even the games we won against Everton, we didn't really look that good. Crystal Palace wasn't really that good. Newcastle wasn't bad. I sort of didn't mind. Newcastle game, I thought that was probably one of the better games of sort of the last 6. And I thought Wolves was, pretty well. I didn't really find Wolves coming out and really giving it their all. I didn't feel like they played like they did when they smacked us 3-0. I didn't feel they really got a foothold strong enough in the game to really threaten us and put us to the test. But obviously, when Liverpool have been bad, we've been really bad, and the midfield's been terrible. We've had no energy. We've had no commitment. We've had it just looked lethargic and tired and crap, and we couldn't string the passes. The Gegen press didn't work. We've got players that I thought were really awesome that we bought, like Nunes and Gakpo. Let's call him Gakpo for some reason. Gakpo. I thought these players that we signed were great, but I thought, are they the pressing menace that we needed them to be? And that's always been, and it's kind of still is, my concern with these players, even though as transfers, I really like them. I've loved Luis Diaz from day one. I like Nunes from day one. I like Gakpo from day one. I thought they're really good signings. I just think whether Liverpool has the financial strength to bring in the resources and the rebuild that we need, and the players that are going to go out, that we need them to go out. So I think that's really awesome, and I really think that if we can get it right with our midfield signings, the transition is going to be back in place. And I think we need a wholesale clear out. And I think we're going to need a Matip, Gomez, Chamberlain, Keita, Firmino, minimum clear out. And we're going to need, 4 or 5, probably at least 3 of those 5 being world-class midfield signings. We're definitely going to need, I think there's players around that can be really good backup defenders that can come in and keep the pace with Konate and Van Dijk. You saw Dawson against us. He was everywhere. Big shout out to Dawson. from Wolves. I thought he was outstanding. And I thought that we've got the ability to really get it right. And I think we can. It's gonna take quite a significant investment, and it's also going to require a significant clearance of just players of the old guard. Now, even Milner as well in that pack, and Henderson falling into that Milner sort of role where we need you still. You're going to play a very important backup role. And I just think that we got to get it right in midfield if we are going to get to that next level in the next season. Man United, wow, I think Man United came in with this expected win, knowing that they've got us on the ropes, but we definitely played outside of our skin and really drove it to them. And I think the first goal by Gakpo was outstanding. And it was exactly what we needed it to be. I think when we scored that goal, we took the momentum. They didn't. And I thought the Nunes second goal really damaged their confidence and really set our confidence on fire and really sort of put them on the back ropes. I thought they felt like it wasn't going to be their day. And then after the third, it just kind of went, they kind of just gave up, really. And yeah, it was an absolute stellar performance. Now, I think Klopp is right how he handled it in the press conference. It's 3 points. It was a great win. Salah had a magnificent game. Nunes had a magnificent game. Gakpo had a magnificent game. I thought the midfield, probably the best midfield performance this season by a country mile against a very well-informed, drilled side. I thought Canade, for me, was an outstanding, absolutely outstanding performance for me. Andy Robbo, Alexander-Arnold, really all played super. I mean, Alexander-Arnold's defensive tackle on Rashford. I mean, really, Rashford's probably been the striker of the season, the most informed striker of the season, and we absolutely defended and took him out of the game just amazingly well. I thought just Liverpool's all-round best performance. That's why you could see the fact that Klopp sort of put on the substitutions late in the game because he really thought that they were brilliant and didn't want to change the team. And I really thought the same. So awesome all-round performance. Let's enjoy it. Let's celebrate it. But, by no means we're going to rest on it. We got smacked by Real Madrid. Do we have the confidence to turn that tie around? Why not? But we really have to be on it. And it's not really expected. A top 4 finish in this season will probably be quite a significant turnaround. And we've really got to get every game from here on as a cup final. We've only really probably got the Premier League to focus on. We've got players coming back from injury. It's the right time for us now. There's not going to be any other time of this season where we just got to hit that 6th gear and just really crunch it and really take our chances, because that 7-0 could have easily been a 10-0. And I really thought that it probably could have been and should have been at least a 9. And I'm glad Ferguson saw it and it was there, because by no means was Liverpool going to give that tie up. So great performance, great all-round performance, and hopefully we use this as a catalyst to drive us forward to the end of the season. And I think Klopp probably has to keep this team now going into Bournemouth pending no injuries. Guys, let us know your 2 cents below in the comment section, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the game, an upcoming game against Bournemouth, which I think will probably win out 2-0 winners, and we'll see where we go from there. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining us. Like and subscribe, follow, and anything you can do to share the content and support us is greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. See you in the next video.